Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I genuinely had no interest in reviewing this game. In fact, I barely had an interest in playing it. And then I heard little whispers like, hey, maybe check out that game. You might actually enjoy it. Because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, I'm a big Lego fan, I have no idea why I had no interest in playing it. Probably because they're all the same. Most Lego games are pretty much all the same. There's good humor, you run around, you collect Lego pieces, whoopity-doo. As soon as I sat down and started playing this game, I could barely put it down. This is a terrific game and a ton of fun. So I would love to actually talk about some of the things I really enjoyed about this game, as well as compare it to another Star Wars game that's come out recently. So if you've never played a Lego game before, essentially what they are is a very humorous take on something. Like the Jurassic World game last year was a lot of fun. They try to follow the general storyline of the films that this game is about. So this one's Force Awakens. So yes, it's gonna follow the plot of the movie, but they also interject a lot of humor. There's a lot of good jokes. What I loved about this game is how simplistically fun it was. Do you guys remember when games were just fun? When they weren't overly concerned about DLC or ripping the money out of our wallets to the point where we couldn't afford anything else except to play this game that maybe wasn't even all that good? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Star Wars Battlefront. That game was disappointing as hell. The DLC for that game was so expensive, and the single player campaign took me like 45 minutes to beat. I waited in line at midnight for Battlefront. I was so pissed with that game. I did a review for that. That's another video. What I loved about this game is that it's a completed game. It's also massive. I beat the main story of this game. I got the end credits and everything, and I was only 21% through the things that I could accomplish in this game. When you beat this game, you can play under free mode and go under characters that you've unlocked already to planets all over the galaxy. There's an absurd amount of things to do, which is so awesome when you have a really fun game like this. It's also really funny. It pokes fun at Star Wars in all the right ways. There's a lot of really good humor. You'll be passing by stormtroopers and they're having weird conversations. One of the funniest ones was where they were talking about how they scored a 3 out of 10 on target practice. And the trooper was like, whoa, that's a troop record. There's all these amazing sequences that play off of The Force Awakens, like in the movie when Rey takes control of the one trooper. You get to lead this trooper around in this game and command him to do various things, but he's like this zombie trooper just running around and he's sort of in love with you and thinks you're like the best and wants to do everything for you. It's so funny. There were two things about this game though that really surprised me. One of the biggest ones were the flying missions. When you get to fly around as the X-Wing or as the Millennium Falcon, that shit was awesome. Way better than the flying stuff in Battlefront. It blew me away. It was so much fun. And it's not just because of the novelty of flying around in Star Wars ships with Star Wars music playing, because I've played a ton of Star Wars flying games, all the way from Rogue Squadron to Rogue Leader, Battle for Naboo, Starfighter. There's tons of Star Wars flying games. What makes this one fun is that they actually get the flying right. The controls were innovative and intuitive to feeling like you were actually controlling these ships. It's tons and tons of fun. And that's something I really want to reiterate. This game was fun. There was never a moment in my entire runtime of the main game that I felt frustrated. I miss when games were more simplistic like this, where games weren't so concerned about some new innovation in technology. We have to do virtual reality, we have to do motion controls, we have to do this, we have to do that. No, let's just have a fun game and entertain the gamer. And that's what this game did so well. Now, the second thing that really surprised me is that this actually has the entire main voice cast of Force Awakens, including Harrison Ford and Daisy Ridley and John Boyega and Anthony Daniels and all these guys. They take little bits of dialogue that's actually from Force Awakens, just like the Lego Jurassic World game did, but they also provide new dialogue. I was just like not expecting Harrison Ford to actually do new dialogue as Han Solo. That was one of the big surprises. I can't even picture him doing voice work for a video game, but he did. Now, as you can see behind me, I bought the Wii U version of this game, and a lot of people had complained about glitches on the Wii U version, especially on the Amazon reviews. Now, I encountered one glitch, and I think Nintendo has already released a patch for some of these things. There was one portion of the game where the sound got really weird for like 30 seconds. The sound and the music just got really warbly, and then it just went away, and I never had a problem again. If I'm being blunt and completely honest, this is the best Star Wars game I've played in years, and easily the most fun that I have had with the Lego games. I'm gonna give Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens a 9 out of 10. As I said, I had absolutely no plans to review this game, but it surprised the hell out of me, and I found myself wanting to talk about it. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I'll try to do more video game reviews. It's hard because they're so much longer and they take more time, but I'll try to give you guys some more of those in the future. You guys are the best. Thanks again for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized. Can I also just say that it comes with an instruction booklet? You don't realize, game companies, just how much this little thing means to some of us collectors.